much is true. It's rather funny, me and you. Apologize for the little delays here. I got a little mouse problem going on here. My mouse kind of died on me and don't want to take the ride. I'm having to do it the other way, and it's not as easy and it's not as quick and it's not as slick because I'm not used to doing it that way. But we'll get it underway anyway because today's your day and my day too, man. Whatever this is. I think it's a trippin' two-ass day now, isn't it, baby? No wonder things are rolling around so crazily. I don't know how many of you... Well, now listen, before you go away, all upset and excited because you don't know what's going on here. You see, there's this old man here, and he plays you a lot of sing-song stuff, a lot of tunage to make your heart large in a certain way that's kind of live and spontaneous, wouldn't you say? It has its own rhythm, its own way, its own soul with which to play, which brings forward yours in a multi-dimensional way, wouldn't you say? And then he comes on and, he talks a little bit as he rocks a little bit, you see, and shares the wealth of the wisdom of the universal heart, man. I mean, it's right there inside of you and me too. By the way, I know you guys see I got one eye kind of droopy over here, and, a little patch of skin over there that ain't the right color, but give it a little time, man. It all works out, okay? I just had to do some things there. It's still underway, but don't worry, I can see you with the right eye and the left eye too, so, and I can see you with my third eye especially, man. I see right through you there, But I'm bringing it to you, the vision of yourself, so you come back to life. See, that's what we do here day after day. We share the wealth of your own personal experience, your own personal being, man. By what? Reflecting it back to you in that MaryJane sort of way. Now, I know it sounds kind of strange for you that don't come out and play every day, but the you that do, you know exactly what I'm talking to and what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, I thought so, see? But there's this MaryJane who is indeed a gateway herb. And it's an herb. She's a herb. She's an energy, but it's a gateway herb. Gateway to paradise, man. You see, you got this MaryJane golden city up in the clouds. This where we come from, man, when we were angels, we lived there, and MaryJane just helps you remember the way back there, so when it's your turn, you can go on home and party down with the angels in a right and natural sort of way. See, so MaryJane comes into play as this little bit of herbage, this sacred herbage. The same way we got this sacred tunage, that was inspired mostly by MaryJane. Not a one of these songs that we don't play that wasn't inspired by a little bit of highness from MaryJane. Some even more than that, but MaryJane showed them the way, and opened the door. And they're kind of a lot like me. There's only one place you can go, no matter what you do to alter your conscious presence or expand and grow. You still just go to the same place because that's where you always are, don't you know? And you can't be taken away from it. It's not a hallucination. It's a reality. It's a truth. It's a larger life, a bigger way, but small and gentle inside yourself. And the heartfelt sort of way. It's like a golden heart is coming back to life in you, That it never went away, but you thought it was. You thought it was dead a long time ago, man. But there it is today, man. Coming back in this heartfelt sort of way. Right there in the center of our ever-present being, man. There is this heart that's coming out to play. And it's telling the rest of this reality, the old way, to go fish. Remember that card game where, you got to draw cards, but, you ask, you got any fives? And they say, go fish. Meaning I ain't got no fives and you can kiss my ass, It's a fun little game. Well, this month's calendar, on the Coyote calendar, has got a picture of a flying fish over some really blue waters, probably down in the Caribbean from the looks of it there. And over the top it says, go fish. And underneath the little fish, there's a quote there, rocking it naturally. And then a little plug for the Coyote Medicine Show, which is Spring Creek nowadays, don't you know? Still Coyote Medicine. And the flow, it's just got a little better definition now, don't you know? Just like February did. Now, see, my calendar pictures are all predictive, and they tell the story of what's going on in the reality, So here we are, a beautiful flying fish, rocking it naturally. I mean, this is a life that bridges the worlds, man. That comes from the water, that is the water, that breathes in the water and flies in the air, man. And combines it all there, And sooner or later, going to grow some legs so it can be an angel again, But right now it's a flying fish. It's that original life. It's that original human form, really, if you go to the metaphorical side of it, meaning it represents the angels coming from the water and flying through the air and develop an emotion while they're there. And, emotion, babies. This is what the water is all about. This is why the angels chose to play in the water and become the flying fish of today that we are as human beings, wouldn't you say? See, because it's like that little flying fish. We're meant to feel and experience that which others can only dream about, To come from the water and be flying through the atmosphere, to be both the ethereal and the material, and be fluid and flexible about it, and beautifully so. Perfectly created, don't you know? And cared for by nature just like she cares for everything else. Doesn't take gardening, doesn't take feeding and training, and all this design just takes realizing what we be and allowing that to be. The same way the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom and the earth kingdom and the sky kingdom all do. We just a little slow catching on because we've been trained backwards and, living in an upside down world for a while. That's why we could never get our heart right side up. But once we start paying attention to the personal journey here and the more expansive way, and we start to get comfortable with our own life, we can let the past be what it is and don't have to worry about it no more. We're unburdened, don't you know? We're blessed by everything we've been through then. And we're now the expansive ones. In the glow, baby, in the flow. The glowing flow of the headwaters of life. Spring Creek. From 9,000 feet high in the Rocky Mountain sky. Flowing through this guy who is MaryJane's flame, baby. You betcha, man. She loved my hot little body. And my heart little hot and soul too, man. Heart, little heart and soul too, man. She loves every little bit of me, just like she loves every little bit of you, too. That's how much she really cares about you. And yeah, you can take that as to mean whatever you want. She is the Great Spirit. She is the creation we're living in. She is the person of our body. And of the auric field, it includes, all of that too, man. She is the person of creation flowing through us. She is me and she is you, all of us. Male, female, and everything else alike, Beings, energies, powers, everything that is. And all the multi-dimension and parallel experiences too. It's all a unity, an expansion of her ever-present love. In each one of us personally, in all of it personally too, And shit. That's a pretty magnificent love. A little hard to comprehend. Until you know it's you. Till you realize and experience it too. That's where we're going today, babies. Flowing with the natural waters, the original waters of life, in that coyote sort of way. In other words, we're always pulling the joke. That's why the cactus of purity is right there by the Spring Creek of Love, man. I tell you, it's amazing, isn't it? Cactus don't need that water, don't need that stream. They can live on 3 drops of water a year, and they've proven that again and again. They just store it up, man, and use very little of it and stay bright and beautiful. And when they got enough, they make a blossom. And from that blossom, the fragrance of clarity flows into the atmosphere. And nothing anyone can do can stop it, dear. Because no one can get near it. It's got all them little spiny things on it, baby. They'll hurt you. You even look at it cross-eyed. So you respect that cactus. Yeah. It's preserved our vision. It's preserved our life. It's preserved our love in a truthful sort of way. And that's what we see in its blossom day after day here at the headwaters of life. Spring Creek. You betcha. Coyote medicine in every way, babies. And then some. That's why we have to kind of rock our way through it. It's kind of fun, ain't it? Now you can have your day in the sun and get it underway and tell everybody you made that run. The one that nobody else could do, but you're the one, baby. And you ain't no fool. I love you for it, too, man. Well, so does my mama. And my papa and my baby brother and my baby sister, too. They all love you, man. Wow. When I look at it and I really consider the family of humanity, we all love you, man. And we're all in love with ourselves and everyone else too, man. And it's not a selfish thing or an egocentric thing whatsoever. It's the reality of our truth. We appreciate the beauty of everyone. You know, I mean, some seem to have a little more than others, but that's all bullshit. And see, this is how we learn to see past the bullshit, is by seeing past the bullshit we've allowed to be implanted in ourselves. That which isn't real, in other words. That which needs to neutralize down to just experience and be let go of, man. Take the lesson, take the flow, take the love that came with it, don't you know? See the higher side of it, in other words. And then you begin to understand the magic carpet ride that life is. And then you're free from life's priz, man. It's just, you know, it's a trip, baby. But you're hip when you trip. Yeah, in it, baby. When you know the flow of the love. And you got free for the rest of your life, which is forever, don't you see? Because you're no longer in that chain of command, that cycle of living and dying. Instead, you're taking off and flying like the angel that you are, living in the paradise love, okay? Yes, indeed. It ain't no day like today, especially when you're living it in that coyote sort of way, which is right from the heart. In a playful sort of way, a moment to moment, day after day, allowing creation to come out and play and show you the way. So you no longer live in disharmony or by any other vibe. Remove yourself from the tribe, but live up to this life. Fulfill your wildest dreams, your largest, most heartfelt schemes, all those that you held so secret and so deep that you had great despair and didn't think you'd ever see them come about in this here stinking old world, where war just became more and more, and, you know, life become less and less, and pretty soon it's like to this place where, you know, it's conceivable that there's a group of folks that wants to kill everybody off here. Now, ain't that crazy? And they really don't give a shit because they feel that somehow they're going to live past that. And they're going to recreate everything with just 500,000 people. And they'll essentially be slaves that are confined to little villages in the middle of the jungle of the rest of life. And the only people allowed in the jungle are the elitist scum, man, you know. Because they got the rum and all that good shit, you know. That's a vision some people hold, man. That's not the one I see in my heart. And I'm happy. You know, and I live out here amongst the creation of one of those planners that felt that way. You know, the dude that founded my little town out here. Well, refounded it. Let's put it that way. Refounded it, actually. But it's coming around. Don't worry. We'll be found, not lost, man. Like everywhere else, you know, there's people here that are occupied and contained by energies over which they have no heartfelt control. And so they're a little bit out of it, don't you know? But see, there's also a lot of strong hearts here that are in the flow that are just beginning to recognize that too, you see. So they will supplement, the occupational energies here and eliminate those which have been in the way for so long. I mean, there's people here with such a hard heart. I mean, I can't begin to describe. They got notches in their gun. Let's just put it that way, you know. There are people like that here. And there's others that are so out of control that bad things happen when they're around. We don't want them here no more. Well, not that. We want that out of them so they can be anywhere they need to be and not necessarily here, but wherever they need to be. You know, Okie says hi, and let's all get it clear on a beautiful day like this one, dear. Okie, be cool now. We're on the air right now, okay? I know you love everybody. Why don't you come over here and sit in my lap, will you? You come over here and sit in my lap for a minute? Yeah, come on. It's a little hard when I got to run the keyboard right off of my little finger pad here. I wish my mouse would start working again, but I'll get it figured out later today. Just started doing that, a little temperamental little thing. But oh well, no big deal. We got the rest of it underway. We're coming out to play on a beautiful day like this, aren't we, Oklahoma? Yes, we are. He's my man, babies. He's the dude, you know, and he was just like trying to get my attention because, you know, I've been telling him, you know, stay over there. I'm busy here, man, you know, and he's like, no, I want to be in your lap, man. So you have to give in sooner or later. You just have to, because what's Okie? The spirit of love. Yeah, in doggy form. You betcha, man. The heart of gold we all wish we had, you know. So here you go growing one, okay? Because Okie Hokey is helping you along the way. Okie-Wan Kenobi, I should say. Well, he's a little hokey at times, ain't you, buddy? Yeah, we all are, you know. And we got enough slack in this life to be a little hokey once in a while and forgive ourselves for it and get on the way, man. What the hell, you know? You can't all be winning the Super Bowl, but we're sure winning our Super Bowl today, ain't we, Oklahoma? You betcha. See, Okie is my homeboy, so that's why I say Oakley homeboy, man, you know, or Okie-Wan Kenobi, or Yogi Okie-Wan Kenobi, because he has all them qualities of Yogi, man, you know, more than any human. Well, will you quit sniffing on the blue snowball there? Oh, my goodness. Dogs just don't catch on sometimes, but we got to catch on with them first and foremost. And then we can go with the flow, don't you know? So here's a toke to keep you high all day today and take all your stress away, and mine too, man. So we'll always be here in the heart out to play, okay? And then the politicals can't get in the way. We'll just help them come around too. It's going to be so cool, man, when they start just giving it all back. I mean, God, yeah. So that's what I'm here to say in the name of MaryJane as her, vicar here in this reality, man, you know, is that today is the day we're bringing it around. And, you know, babies, because of the way it's gone down, we want it to happen in North Dakota first and foremost. And we want it to come through the sincere-hearted people there. The divine revelation of the love of more than just a free energy technology, but that's where it starts. And it comes through those people, you know, through their connections with star presences, let's put it that way, but also their connections that they may not have known they had here on this 3D Earth too. But there's people in the background that have supported them greatly when they felt their most heavy despair and felt they would never be respected in this reality. There'd been folk in the background holding it for you, you know, amongst your white world. Yeah. Well, among others. I mean, it's not just white folk, but I mean the ones that you think hate you so bad and want to exterminate you. That's an energy. That's something beyond us, don't you know? You know, whenever we feel out of control, something else is in control, see? And that's what that is, right there. You know, it's one of those things that we let get out of control. But if we just hold steady in our love, same way a little dog does or a little kitty cat does, I mean, each person has their own way about it, but hold true to that love, that affection we feel. And we can redream this deal. See, the oil business is out of business, and everybody knows it. For real. I mean, because of these free energy technologies that are heavily practiced in the background right now, and, you know, in fact, a lot of people you know might even be running their home on free energy technologies right now. And there's more to come, and there's a whole bunch of them in store that have been built in secret that are going to liberate this planet, babies, you know, for real. And in a lot of other ways change the whole reality. You know, the idea of replicators is not too far-fetched when you see that we've already got printers that do 3D and can build houses right before your very eyes, among other things, man. I mean, doggone, we're moving in some good directions, but these are just an indication of what's really possible here. And we want to begin to get it clear there in North Dakota and bring peace on earth right from that place on out. So I think that's what we're going to do, babies. Keep dreaming it that way. We'll talk some more about it tomorrow, man. But there ain't no sorrow. There's only joy. When you take it in the coyote way, because that's the way we come out to play, babies. And in other words, you got to have a sense of humor about it, or it ain't going to work for you. Yet, everybody's becoming untwisted. Everybody's getting found. Because finally the heart of Mother Earth is coming around. And babies, she ain't no clown, okay? Okay, you guys out there in the skies, you know where to be. We've conveyed it to you quite naturally, so naturally let it be. Let it come flowing through, babies. Yes, indeedy, as we do. There in North Dakota, too, darlings. Oh, here's to the stream of life, being filled with love forevermore. An end to all the strife and the begins. Well, what's always here, we just never recognize it, dear. Peace on earth, that's really clear. Don't you love a chicka-boom, chicka-boom? Don't you love a chicka-boom, chicka-boom, boom?